everybody, welcome to that vinyl channel on that vinyl guy boss. So this is going to be a thread video, but before I get started, I do want to do a quick message. So recently I started doing some shorts on my channel. You know, those videos are less than a minute, right? So I'm starting to do basically a bunch of the today in music history videos. So basically, you know, some fun facts that I find out about a song or a band or an album, and I create a 30-second, a 40-second video. And what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to go ahead and start putting them out pretty much every day. Right now I have 5 in the can, so I'm all the way out, I think, until Tuesday. So I want to put them out every single day. I'm sure you all will like them. I hope anyways. If there's something that I can improve on them, please go ahead and put a comment down below. Yeah, I think it's just something fun to do. So let's go ahead and get to this video. So this is, again, a thread video. This is from Mike over at MGK Boston. A couple weeks ago, he put out a thread at 12 plus 1 equals 13 Baker's dozen of greatest hits. So I figured I'll go ahead and jump on the thread and do a response video with my own 13 greatest hits or best of albums. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, and the first one I have for you is Sad Cafe Misplaced Ideals. Now, Sad Cafe is a band that formed in Manchester back in 1976. Their very first 2 albums, Thanks Tara, which came out in 1977, and Misplaced Ideals, which came out in 1978. Those 2 were only released in the UK and in Japan and a few other European countries. So what they did was they came out with this copy with a this version of it, which is also called Misplaced Ideals. So it's kind of confusing, actually, but it's different than the one that was released in the UK. But this here is a compilation of the first 2 albums. So it's kind of like a greatest hits. And this one here was released only in the US. But I do like Sad Cafe, and it's a pretty cool record. So there you go. That's my first one. And I figure I'll go ahead and show you this one as well. This is the same album, Sad Cafe Misplaced Ideals, the same US pressing. I do have it in a test pressing. So that's pretty cool. Okay, and the next one here is Meatloaf and Friends, their Ultimate Collection. So this here is a greatest hits. It's mostly Meatloaf songs, but there's a few other songs on here. But what they all have in common is Jim Steinman wrote all the songs on this. So, you know, there were other performers who also, you know, did Jim Steinman songs, and a few of those ended up on this as well. But it's mainly a Meatloaf album, but there is a few other songs. Let me see if I can get one of the songs that's not Meatloaf. Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of the Heart. So that was a song by Jim Steinman, so that's why it's on this. But again, most of them are Meatloaf. So very cool album. Okay, and next one here is Slade, Come On, Feel the Noise. This here is a compilation album. So the best of Slade. I really like Slade a lot. A lot of people think Come On Feel the Noise was done by Quiet Riot, but Quiet Riot is a cover. The original is by Slade. There's actually Quiet Riot did at least 2 covers of Slade songs, including Mama, We're All Crazy Now. Slade is the original of that song as well, but we like Slade a lot, and this here is their best of. All right, so now we have a Ray Stevens, 1,837 seconds of humor, best of Ray Stevens. So of course, you know, the A-Rab is on top, but it has a bunch of his other hits on here, including my favorite, which is Jeremiah Peabody's Polyunsaturated, Quick Dissolving, Fast Acting, Pleasant Tasting Green and Purple Pills. That's Ray Stevens, the best of. Okay, so next one here. This is a sealed classic album from 1968. I actually like getting sealed albums if I can get them at good prices. You'd be surprised if you go to eBay or Discogs, and you could probably pick up a sealed record that you may want and the same price as a near mint record would go for. And, you know, I would rather have a sealed record over anything else. But this here is from 1968. This here is Walt Disney's Merriest Songs. It is a greatest hits compilation. It has, here, I'll show you here. If you want to take a look at it. But this here has Chim Chim from Mary Poppins, Whistle While You Work from Snow White, The Work Song from Cinderella, Siamese Cat Song from Lady and the Tramp, and etc. etc. I won't name them all, but I'll just show you a picture here with the back cover. But it's a very cool album. And again, this here is a sealed copy from 1968. Okay, and the next one here is Starship Greatest Hits Relaunched. So I have several of these type of greatest hits in my collection. They're very cool. Sometime around 2001 or 2002, Starship actually went back in the studio and re-recorded all their greatest hits, and that's what this is. So this does have We Built the City, Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now, Sarah, Jane, Find Your Way Back, but these are not the original versions of the song. They went back in the studio and they re-recorded them, which is very cool. Also, it's very cool about this, they also recorded a cover of a Journey song, Don't Stop Believing, and that appears on this album as well. But it's actually a very good album. I like it. You know, that they did a very good job of re-recording these songs and try to make them sound like the originals. So, but there you go. That Starship Greatest Hits Relaunched. Okay, and the next one here is America Greatest Hits in Concert. Now, I know most people don't consider live albums, concert albums, to be a greatest hits, even though they are a compilation of their songs, including their hits. But since right there, here, I'll bring up, right there it says greatest hits. That's what they named it. So I figured if they're going to name it greatest hits, I'm going to say it counts. So this has a bunch of their awesome songs, including Sister Golden Hair, A Horse with No Name, Ventura Highway, a bunch of other great songs on here, Lonely People. So yeah, so this here is a great album by America, and this here is Greatest Hits in Concert. All right, so now we're moving on. So we have here Foreigner, Jukebox Heroes. So this here, it's another type of album that I showed you earlier. This is a re-recording. I'm not sure exactly when they re-recorded it, but it was re-recorded with the current lead singer, and it has all their hits on it. And let me see if I can read some of them here. Let me get this out. Let's see. Feels Like the First Time, Cold as Ice, Long Way from Home, Hot Blooded, Double Vision, etc. and etc. So awesome. And they actually did a very good job with this one too. I'm a big fan of Foreigner. I pretty much have all of their studio albums and have several other live albums. So, yeah, this here is a great album. If you're a Foreigner fan, I recommend you pick this up. You know, even though it has the current lead singer, they did a very good job re-recording these songs. So there you go. There's Foreigner, Jukebox Heroes. Okay, and the next one here is Paul Simon, The Ultimate Collection. This is a 2 LP. Y'all can take my word for it, but I'm still going to show you here. There's 1 LP and 2 LPs. There you go. So this here is a collection of Paul Simon's greatest hits and other songs. These are the original recordings, so you know, it's not like he re-recorded them or anything, as far as I'm aware. But You Call Me Al, Graceland, Mrs. Robinson, The Boxer, etc., etc. Even songs from Simon and Garfunkel. But yeah, this here is a great compilation, and I'm a big fan of Paul Simon. So I was very happy to go ahead and pick this up. But this is the Paul Simon, The Ultimate Collection. Okay, and next one here is a collection of Styx, a specially compiled radio sample. Okay, now if you follow my channel for any number of for a while, you should know that my favorite 100% all-time band of all time is Styx. So I have a huge Styx collection. This here is a radio sampler, so it's sent to radio stations. This one here is a European version. There's also a US version, but they're pretty much identical. So what they did here is they went out and they took all of the Styx singles, okay, all the songs off their 45s, all the edits, all the 45 single edits, and they put all those edits on one album. So this here has pretty much all their songs. Let's see, it has Mademoiselle, Crystal Ball, Lorelei, Sweet Mountain Blue, Come Sail Away, The Grand Illusion, Miss America, Great White Hope, etc., etc. But these here are the edits that were on the 45s. I don't know anywhere else where they've taken all the Styx 45s, all the single edits, and put it on one album, much less on any album. So it makes this here a very, very cool record, and I was very excited to get it. So again, this here is a collection of Styx, especially a compiled radio sample. Okay, moving on. This is a record that I got a few months ago. I still haven't had a chance to open and play it yet. I need to, but this here is Whitesnake Love Songs. So this here is the greatest hits of Whitesnake's love songs. Show you what the back looks like here. Like I said, it's still sealed. I'll tell you here what it says: revisited, remixed, and remastered. Part 2 of the Red, White, and Blues trilogy, 2 LP set with lyric sheet and 180-gram vinyl. All new 2020 remixes, and it lists all the songs if you want to take a closer look at the hype sticker there. So yeah, so this here is a greatest hits compilation of the Whitesnake love songs. By the way, it started raining outside. I don't know if you can hear it. If you can, I apologize. You know, the rain's going to do what the rain's going to do, right? But the next I have here, and I'm going to try to get some of the light off of, glare off of the cover here for you. But this here is Barnes & Barnes, the best of, and Zabagabi. They always call their albums weird names. Half the time I can't pronounce them. But let's just say it's the best of Barnes & Barnes, because there it says right there, they're the best of. So this is a compilation. From what I see here, came out in 1986. If you're not familiar with Barnes & Barnes, they're a band that has appeared a lot on Dr. Demento. They're a novelty group. I'm huge into novelty records. You know, on my channel, it's peppered with novelty 45s that I like sharing. So I'm going to show you here the track, if I can. Show you here the track listing if you can see that. So it has Fish Heads, Soak It Up, Boogie Woogie Amputee, can't say that one. Love Tap is one I can say. And there's how about Cemetery Girls. All right, so basically this here is Billy Mummy from Lost in Space. And a friend of his, I keep forgetting his name. Of course, he's important too. But his name is he on here? I keep forgetting his name. I don't know. You know, I mean, Billy Mummy I know because I watched Lost in Space as a kid. You know a lot, but not sure what the other guy's name is. But that's that. So, but this here is the Barnes & Barnes greatest hits. Big fan of Barnes & Barnes. So there you go. So I have not been counting as I go. I counted these before I started. I think I counted 13. I'm hoping it's 13. So this is number 13 right here. But this here is Kenny Loggins at the Movies. This is a Record Store Day release that came out a couple years ago. It has all of his greatest hits from the movies. Take a look at the back here. But it has I'm Alright, Footloose, I'm Free, Playing with the Boys, Danger Zone, Meet Me Halfway, For the First Time, and Nobody's Fool. But very good compilation. I haven't even had time to open and play it yet, but I am a big fan of Kenny Loggins. So there you go. That is Kenny Loggins at the Movies. Okay, so you know what? I was not all that prepared for this video as I normally am, but you know, it's just a thread, so I sat down and just picked these out and sat down and started recording. So there you go. That's my 13 greatest hits best of compilation. I want to thank Mike over at MGK Boston for hosting this, and I'll see y'all next time. All right, I do want to thank everybody for joining me today. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and tap on the subscribe button, which is right up here. And don't forget to check out what I have up here for you. And but I do want to thank everybody again. And keep on spinning, and I'll see you next time.